Hi, it's Jess here from Nigezza Creates. Thanks for joining me today. So I'm here with my design scene project for January for Rach and Bella Crafts. Rach has brought out a Shabby Blue Valentine kit. She's got the Shabby Blue Valentine Ephemera add-on, Shabby Blue Valentine backgrounds, and Shabby Blue Valentine fussy cuts. I'm going to show you all of the backgrounds. I think most of the ephemera add-on, and I think maybe 2 sheets from the journal pages, none of the fussy cuts. I've printed them half size. Despite me telling my printer to print this borderless, I think if I had 1 sheet and I was going to print it twice, I would have had it all borderless, but I think it's because the 2 different sheets, it's not come out borderless, but that's all right. I'll just trim it down, it'll be even smaller. But how beautiful are these papers? I love collage sheets, and they've got the stitching around. So these are the sheets with the stitching on them, and I love them. And there's another one. And there's another one. They're just stunning. And then the ones without the stitching, that's just gorgeous there. And then we've got this one that's Harvey, and then a nice plain sheet there, and then another Harvey there, and a plain one there. And then, oh, I love these two. They're just gorgeous. Love the colours. And then this one is from the journaling kit. I liked these. These two appealed to me. So that's the pages that are going to probably form the pages in my journal. I've got to tea dye them yet. And then we've got the ephemera. Again, no, I think this is full size. I don't think, no, this might be, yeah, no, I think I've done them 2 to a page, these as well, to get our envelopes. And there's some coin style envelopes that I've done there. I like it with the letter on. Love a bit of postage, me. Oh, and then these, again, that's upside down, Jess. So these are 2 to a page. So we've got these lovely images, sort of romantic images, and then we've got some pockets that needed. So this is the full size pocket, and I printed that first, and I thought I'd probably need them a little bit smaller because my pages are going to be quarter size, well, even less than a quarter size, but I've got a few that size. This I thought was fine to do on full size because the pockets aren't too big, and then I've got some little tags. Then I did the pictures at full size as well. I thought they'd make nice cabinet cards or postcards. I did, these are now, so these are all printed on 120 GSM presentation paper. I print at the finest print. Okay, and these I did 2 to a page because I don't need big tags, and they're great. So these are going to get tea dyed as well. And then I did these 2 to a page. I've done these on card because I wanted these tags, these journey cards, and those tags as card. This is a nice little thing that could just fold in half, and I'll probably do something with them. And then I've done a couple of the sheets. So this is the same sheet 2 to a page. So you can see that prints out borderless. It just doesn't do it when it's the same sheet. A little bit annoying, but hey ho. And my thoughts are with these, I'm going to turn these into tags. I can do 3 nice big tags out of half a sheet, or I can mix and match it around, because actually I could do a tag there, which is, you know, part of 2 of the sheets, and I might do some journaling cards. So I did a couple of sheets like that because, yeah, I really liked them. I thought these are going to make lovely, lovely tags. And then this will, oh, I just did another one like that. So I did it first off, 2 to a sheet, and realised it had borders, and I thought it was my mistake. And it wasn't. So I've got a spare one of these, which is fine. So I am going to go and tea dye all of these, and I will trim these down, and then we'll start the journal. And that's them all. I didn't do that one. That's them all tea dyed. And ready to go. So that is literally taking me about half an hour, 35 minutes. So what I do, if you're interested, is I put 6 tea bags in a jar, pour in boiling water, top it up with a bit of cold, use a paintbrush. I lay towels out on my kitchen table, and I just paint the back of these one at a time and lay them on the towels. And when they've sunken a little bit, so it's not dripping, at the moment, because we've got the radiators on, I was able to stick them on the radiators. I've got, our radiators are mishmash, but some of them have got flat tops, and so the ones that are flat tops, I just lay them on top of the flat top, and the flat top goes about there. And if it's not winter and the heating's not on, I just leave them a little bit longer. I mean, if it's sunny, it's warm anyway. And then I get my iron and I just iron them to make sure that they are fully dry. If I haven't got the heating, I iron them dry, and that's it. That's how I do it. Literally, that took me half an hour, just over, to do that. So there we go. So now what I'm going to do is cut these down. So I just thought I'd do one with you, and then you know what I'm doing, and then I'll be back to you when it's done. I'm going to take, I'm going to do the trimmer. I was just thinking I'll do me guillotine, but I won't. I'll do this one because I think I'll see it better on this one. Possibly not, Jez. Right, so I can see through there. Yeah, that's a good one. So once I've got the first one done, I can see the line, and I can line it up there. But I can usually see, that might need to come over a tad. There we go. That is what I'm going to do. I've got a big guillotine, but actually I think the guillotine's harder to line up than this one. So I know some people will use a ruler. I'm not using a ruler for this because I would mess it up big style. So that one I can see top and bottom there, so that's quite cool. And then I do that one. So I'm going to watch the rest of Virgin River. That's what I'm watching at the moment on Netflix, and then I will go over, and I like this because it's got a butt at the top and at the side, and I can cut it in half that way. So that is what it's going to be like. I do like it. It is nice. There is slight curling at the edges, but I think we're all right. It is better to go at the top, Jez. So that's that way up, isn't it? Because of the writing. So that is the way I'm going. So that measures, let's get the ruler. That measures, now with it come off, 5.5 by 3, looks like 7/8, but this is UK size. Obviously if you're doing it in US you might have a different size, so I'm going to carry on with them and then we'll come back, and I might even cut out some of these as well. I'm feeling a bit poorly. It's come over, it's worked up now from my little cough to actually feeling slightly fluey and horrible, so this will be quite nice to do. Okay, be back in a bit. Okay, so that is everything cut out, inked, and ready to go. I've got my pages. I've put together 2 signatures already, and I'm just going to show you how I did that. So I've used 4 of these journaling pages per signature, so picked out 4. The idea is I've got a pretty one for the centre one, so although I folded them all that way, folding it that way because I thought that would be a pretty centre fold. I like that one for the cover, and so these are just going to be popped in like that. So then we need something to separate each of these, so I've got some tea-dyed paper, so I just cut tea-dyed paper down. I get 2 of these out of each tea-dyed, and when these are cut down, obviously if you're in the US it will be different because you've got different paper. If you're anywhere else in the world, if you've printed it in the same way, this is coming out at like 7 3/4, and this is 5.5, and then when that's folded in half we have 3 7/8. So I cut my A4 sheet down to 5.5, and then I folded it in half, and then I just sliced it at 4 and 3 7/8. So there we go, bit of coffee paper there. That's just thin, ordinary copier paper. Then I add a thicker sheet, which I quite like to put in thicker sheets because then you can stick things to them. I wouldn't stick anything to that, that would just be a journaling sheet, but this could have something stuck to it. So rather than put it in the next one, I put it between the last 2. I think this is what I did. Then I like to have some music paper, so I cut down a large music sheet to that same size. We'll put that between those 2. And then I wanted some vintage book pages, so I have got quite a number of small books. I had a couple that were too tall, so I've got here, this is an English-German dictionary, and so I just pulled out a couple of these pages, which were just the perfect size to put in. And this is, I got this when I was in France in the last summer. This is a French daily prayer book, and it's quite old. When is it? 1906 is the number on there. They've obviously mended it themselves with a bit of fabric there, so I've lost the front sheet, which is a shame, but it's falling apart. So, but these were really pretty with this sort of edging on it, so I thought this would be lovely. So I got a bit of German and I got a bit of French in this little journal, and I got this 5-year diary, 50p I paid, and it was completely blank. Now it's got 19 all the way through it, and it's a 5-year diary, so it is at least 1995, then it'd be 6, 7, 8, 1999, but I suspect it's older than that. but it doesn't actually have a year on it when it was created. But obviously Kimmy, I need glasses. Kimmy didn't want to fill it in because it's all blank, which I just thought, oh, this is ace for a journal, and I thought that would go nice in it. And it was string bind, so I could snip them all, and I've got a lovely page. So I put those in. I'm gonna have to now consult because I've forgotten. Oh, and little doilies. So I tea dyed some doilies last night. So I got 2 doilies, and then we've got these 3 sheets here, and I've forgotten where they go. So let's consult the one I've done. So I put the dictionary at the front. There we go. And I think we've ended up with about 11 pages, but I've got one more to put in that I haven't done yet. And then a doily. I think I put a doily before each of these patterned sheets because I thought they went really prettily. So we'll put you in there because I've remembered that. There we go. And then where did I put the others? So then I'll put the diary in between those 2 there. No, it was those 2 there. To split that up. Quite like the different colours there, of that being really dark tea and that being light tea. This one would have been soaked, left to brew for a goodly while, hours probably, and then yeah, and then I put this one right before that one. So that is, I like making a little mini journal. This is going to be 3 signatures, and I've changed my mind to make 3 separate ones, but you know, that's something to be decided on. So and so it does give me a use for my little books. I've got quite a lot of little mini books, so go like that, go like that. Got that there, that. Open it up. Got the diary. Got that. And then we're in the centre, and then it goes down the other side in the same way. There we go. And then I like, so we've got some antique paper in there, some vintage paper. So I started putting in vintage ephemera. So I thought, let's go through. I need things that I know that would fit in. So I've picked out, this is from 1954 from Barclays Bank. Here we've got 1904 there, and this one is 1910. They are a little bit longer. If we take that, we can see. So I used one of these as I went through my folder. So that's a bit longer, so we'll have to have a little flip out, which is fine. That one is, it is just the right height, but again it's a little bit longer, and this one is again a little bit longer. So we're going to have a little flip out with these. So, and I want to make it, that's already flipped, so I could just leave those folds as they naturally are. This one, when I bought this, it already had a bit on the back for mending, and I'm kind of, I had one before that had done this, and I was able to just peel that mending off because I don't like it. I'd rather have the old. It's quite thick, this paper, so it's not that delicate. I mean, I've already got a hole there. That I can feel now is pulling up. But it's like, why would you do that? If you're going to mend, try and mend it. I mean, I'd at at least put maybe a bit of micropore on it, and then that can disappear in. There we go. Oh, that's where the rip is. There. I'd rather see the hole, wouldn't you? So there's that. So, I might go because we want it so that it's not sewn on that hole. So actually, I might go that side. So we are definitely missing that hole when we sew in, and then we can have the flip out about there. Yeah. And then we've got the old king there. So I'd quite like him on the page. So, oh, we got writing on the back as well. Yeah, so it'd only be a wee flip there. Well, I could flip it in a little bit more than the actual page. There we go. So these need adding in, so to each signature. So let's decide where they're going to go. So we've got that there, that. Got that. Might put it in there. Yeah, might put it in there. Love it. Flip. Down the other side. Marvellous. And that gives you a bit of colour there as well. Yeah, I like that. So let's put the others in, the other signatures. So we're going, where's my music paper? There it is. So it's going in there. Like that, overlap, and then coming down the other side. Got that there, yeah. You're very cool. And then this is the one where I've actually gone through, which was the next bit I was going to show you. So where I've decided where I'm putting pockets. That one might have to fold slightly differently, but there we go. So that's that. So working on this again, what I decided was on each of the sheets like this, I was going to put a pocket or a belly band or some sort of flip, because that's thicker paper. It's 120 GSM, so I figured we'd have one there. We'd have one there. That would make two. We could put one there. That would make three. one there because that's thicker paper. That would make 4. And then we've got the centerpiece where I might stick an envelope flipping over so that the, like here, so you could see the flap that side, and then that's on that side looking pretty. Might use a different envelope, but that is the thoughts on there. So then I just went through and thought, what pockets do I want? Now I've got some that I printed full size, and I figured they'd go in the cover because they are just a tad too big, or just like fit right on. So I thought they're too big for this, so I'll put them on the front cover. So I was just looking through the pockets I've got, and I'm probably gonna have to make some more, because well, you might go there. That's quite nice, I like. And then I was just picking out the tags that I've got, and I haven't got enough in what I've printed out already. Oh, right, like that. Oh, that's quite nice, and I could put that with it. Yeah, she's nice. And then I just took a paper clip to go up it, and then we went through, and the next one I want, running out of pockets. Oh, there's a little music pocket there. It's only Diddy. Put that in. It's a possibility. I may change my mind, but I'm just showing you how I went through to populate the I don't think I want that one in there, but we'll just put that there for now. I'm gonna make some more tags. I've run out of paper clips. I am gonna make some more tags, so, and I can make some more pockets, so they will change. Now this one, what I decided to do was do like a square flip out. So I had a couple of these pages that I haven't used, and but I'd already folded them, and I might make a pocket out of this. So what I did, so that was 3 7/8, so I cut 3 7/8 that way to create a square. I've already done one in one of them, and that's the other one I've got, so we'll use that one. So I created a square, and then I'm going to round all the corners, because it's such pretty paper. It works well on its own. Now I'm going to fold that way, so that if I go that way, oh, it don't actually matter, Jez, which way you go. You're always going to have a bit of that on one side and a bit of that on the other. Funny that. So fold that in half. It will be inked all the way around, but my thought was that, so we've got pink on both sides, which is why that's perfect. And that'll go in there. Like so. And then we've got that little envelope there, which may or may not change. That's the envelope that I'm using, but for the moment that will do. Actually, might use the blue one, because we've got blue on that side. What would it be like if I put that blue on there? It's not really the right blue. We'll do it though. We'll do it. And then we would just repeat down the other side. Apart from I wouldn't repeat that. I'd leave that as it is. Maybe tuck the tag in there and leave that, the rest of it as it is, but put all the others in. So we've got pocket there, pocket and tag there. That will definitely change. Pocket and tag there, a little over the page flip and an envelope, and then we repeat down that side. So that is where I'm going with that, and I can see that I need more. This was my original putting it together, putting that one in there, that one in there, that one in there. Got that. That might be a little bit too matchy actually. I might swap that for the other one if I'm sticking with that pocket. Love how that one looks there. And then we've got a little bit blue there, so that one's perfect. And then I could shove, well, you couldn't, Jess, because you've used them all. You have definitely used all the tags. And then, yeah, I haven't put any more in. So that is my ideas for filling the journal. Now I do need to make some more tags, and I was going to show you how I'm going to go about it. So let's move these things out of the way so you can actually see what I'm doing. Some of these bits will go for decorating, and I'm going to put some belly bands in as well, so I'll use those foldy over things as well. I've got these things, but this is just me printing each sheet. I think I'm going to need multiples. So we've got this here, and it is I've done this before and I've made full size tags out of it, but a full size tag of that would be too tall, and there's actually too much, so I'm actually going to sort of cut it down. So let's come in. So we are, it is 5.5 is the height of the page, so I might go to 4.5 as a good height for a big tag. Yeah, so we'll go up there at 4.5, and what I did before when I've done it this way is to make 3 out of this, and I can't remember how I did. Did I do it that wide? Don't think so. Anyway, you're gonna have to do it less, so I might go to 2.5 wide and see what that looks like as the size of a tag. That's quite cool, actually. That is a good size. So we'll do another one at 2.5. I am thinking I'll do that. I like this. I like what's on this one. 2.5, and then if I do this one, I could do another 2.5, or I could just make 2 little journaling cards out of this. So what are we, 4.5, so 2.25, that would be the same size, wouldn't it? So I've got 2 journaling cards there. If we round the corners, and they could probably pop in one of those envelopes or pop in a pocket. we'll have that as the top, because if it goes in a pocket, that's the bit that's going to get covered up the most. That's our tags. So that is how I'm quickly going to make tags and journaling cards out of these. And I've got way more than I require, but that's okay. I'll use them for other things. And then I'm going to make some pockets. So I've got these spare. So let's just cut that down. So I've now got 2 sheets to make pockets with, that these will fit in. So let me just get mini schoolboard in. So what do we make these? 2.5. Yeah, we made these 2.5. So this needs to be so we need at least 2.5, don't we? Let's put that on there. That's about centered. So we'll go 2 that way, 2 that way. That's the side bits of the pocket. And then they will fit in nicely there. And I'm wondering if I could get 2 out of this. Quite probably. So I'm going to cut that in half. So that's going to be our pocket. So we just need a little bit of a gap at the bottom. So I'm going to come in about 2, like that. That's the bottom of our pocket. Yeah, and I'm just going to fold down just a tad at the top. So it's got a little bit of a stronger edge. And that is how we're making these pockets. And I'll make some more, so I can get 4 out of one of these cut-off sheets that I've got. So that's marvellous. So you might have seen me make these before. So we're going to let's just ink the edges so we can actually see. There, so now we know where we're cutting. So I snip there, and I snip there, and I snip there, and I snip there. Okay, and then these top bits, snip there, and there, and the same with that. So that bit's got to get glued down as the top edge of the pocket. That makes it. Did I actually put glue down there, Jess? Probably not by looks of things. I'm working blind because I haven't got my glasses on. And then I just put a little bit of glue in these corners. Make sure the bottom flap's on the outside, and then you haven't got something in the pocket to make it stick. And that is a pocket done. Which could happily sit on the inside of a page there, and then we've got that to pop into it. That is where I'm going with that. And I could pop in journaling card as well if we wanted to, and obviously these need decorating, so I might do a little quick bit of decorating. So I was using a Distress Oxide vintage photo just to see if it goes on quicker, and I think it did. And then I don't know if that's because the Distress Oxide one is newer, but I seem to not have to re-ink this as quickly as I do the other one. So yeah, I think maybe Distress Oxide. I don't know. I often see people using the oxide instead of the distress ink, and it's like that re-ink is going on forever is what I think. So that's why I decided I'd do. And I'm not really using this. I'm not really sort of digging it in. So there we go. Now my thoughts were, where have I got an envelope? There. Will that fit in there? It would. It'll get a bit lost in that one, if I'm honest. So that's in this one. I put that size. Yeah, it would pop in that one, which is a possibility of what I'm going to do. But anyway, we've done it like that for now. So I did think one of those nice people. So we've got these lovely photos of people like that one. We've got a little bit of, so they could go on there as a nice decoration. And I was going to find let me find the envelopes. So I've got an envelope here with all my Rach and Bella stuff from different projects, but she did have a nice ephemera sheet from the True Blue set, and I thought, here we go. I thought, because there's lots of blue in this kit, there'd be bits from this I could use, and there are. So what shall we use? I quite like this. Put my glasses on, because some of these might say things that are really not. That looks like tobacco. Don't know what that says. I've got a little bit of ledger. Want something darker behind. That's really dark. Quite like that. It's quite. There's a couple of tobacco things. That's the wrong blue. So this is what I was thinking, was there'd be things in this that I could use to decorate up. I'm actually covering up nearly everything it says because I just think it's a really nice border there. So that's quite cool. Does need something behind it because it does. Maybe a bit of this behind it. Like that. And then I'm just thinking a little bit of lace is what I'm thinking to finish that off. Maybe just one of these. Oh, and then I've seen another one. Maybe that one's better. I'll use that other little bit of lace in something else. Quite like that. I'm not convinced about this bit. I think I just might darken this up a little bit. Then it's not getting quite so lost. I'm going to stick our little bit of lace there. I like. So we'll do that. So I'm going to put a bit of glue stick down. And we'll add bits of glue. now we just need the top, whatever I decide to do at the top. So have I got a little offcut? Yeah, you can just do it. I'm just thinking that's quite a nice dark blue. So if I use the smaller hole, I'll put it in here as well. And then I get my little hole punch here. Glasses. Oh, my hole punch don't want to go back. Right, and then we'll just put a little bit of glue around there. It's a very little hole reinforcer, that, Jess. Very wee. Because it was a wee tag, I thought it would have a wee one, but it might be too wee. And then we need a little bit of ribbon. It needs some really thin ribbon. And I have lots of thin ribbon. And I've got some thin blue stuff, if I can only remember where it is. Okay, so I couldn't find the actual ribbon I was looking for, but I found some other thin stuff. And it's not the right colour, so I just coloured it with an alcohol marker. And I thought you'll do. So we'll just cut that down. Needs to be thin to go through this little thin hole. There we are. And then got a bit of this that I just coloured. Take a length and start me knot. Pop it through. Do a bow. There we are. That is my tag, my first tag, decorated. I'll cut that down. That one's looking a bit rough. There we go. And what did I put? Where's the pocket I made? Not there. Where's my pocket I made? that the one I just made? Yeah, I think so. So when that's stuck down, I would sit like that. I'd probably do a little bit of decoration on this pocket because that's what I do, but not much because that's pretty as it is. So that is where I'm going. So I'm not sure how long this video is as to whether or not I'll then complete all those bits where I've showed you what's going where. You know I'm going to decorate the tags. We've got, so that'll be bigger. Yeah, so I think you've seen just about everything that I'm gonna be doing with this journal. It might end up far too chunky, don't know. Might do a big one, might make 3 separate ones. So yeah, time will tell. So I'll get those finished off, and I'll probably then just bring you a flip through. Maybe I'm making the cover before I do the flip through. Okay, thanks for joining me. See you all again very, very soon. Bye for now.